Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of The Channel. So today we are gonna talk about a movie that we just watched, and it's like 2 hours ago, and it's called Mother. So we are going to discuss what we thought about the message of the movie. But first, let's talk about the synopsis.
Yeah, it's a 2017 horror movie. It was started by Jennifer Lawrence. Talks about God and his wife living in a house, and a bunch of people shows up to their house, and God just like, okay, that's fine, and his wife just like freaking out.
Let's start from the beginning, okay?
Let's go over the characters
First. The mother, that's the main character, and we think that it's Mother Nature. Her husband is God, and they live in Earth.
And Earth is the house.
It's a mansion.
Yes.
Yeah. And they are like all alone.
In the countryside.
God is a writer.
Yes.
And one day, a guy shows up at the house, say, "I'm a doctor. Can I come in?"
And I'm a fan of you. Can I come in?
He says that later. So he comes in.
And the mother's just like, what the hell are you letting these people in our house?
But God's like,
it's okay.
You can sleep in my room if you want.
Yeah.
So, and then he shows like the diamond.
Yeah, the diamond.
The crystal.
That the God thinks like really important to him.
And that's probably the apple.
Yeah. It's really important.
In this history, she gave the crystal for him.
Yeah, let's into the end.
Oh, but
whatever.
Yeah, and then there's the scene where like the doctor, he's like shirtless, like throwing up, and then there's like a huge wound.
Goddamn hole in his back,
like where it's supposed to be the
rib.
The rib, yeah. And then the next day, his wife shows up.
And that's why
we think that they are
Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
And Eve broke the crystal.
The crystal in the room we called Paradise because it kind of like makes sense.
Like it's like the apple. It was in paradise. They couldn't come in, but
Yeah, and then after the crystal is like broken, the God like closes, like he puts a bunch of like wood in the door. Yeah. So no one can.
After that, they come in, and then their children, like Adam and Eve children, and they kill each other. Like Cain kills Abel, I think that, or it's Abel that kills Cain.
I don't know. Cain
kills Abel. Okay, and then like God has abandoned her, like with Abel.
She's just alone.
With Cain.
With so much blood in the room.
Yeah, Cain actually like runs away from the house, and then she's just alone, and then he shows up in the middle of nowhere. He says something like, "Oh yeah, you're alone here. Good luck," and then leaves. And then she cleans the blood and everything, and then there's a picture of God like with horns.
Yeah, like just like the devil.
And Abel looks in the room.
Yeah.
Okay, then in the funeral, like God is a writer, but he's like he can write anything.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he like when Cain dies, and he gets.
He does the funeral of the person, but a bunch of like strangers come to their house, and then mother just started to get really anxious, and there's this thing she says to people, "Oh, you can go into my room," and then she goes to her room, and there's a bunch of people in her room like having sex, and
almost having sex,
and the people start break the things.
Yeah,
a jar.
Yeah, he's just like it's really weird. People just like, she says you can do that, you can do this, and people just like ignoring her and doing the stuff.
And then she like everyone leaves because
she exploded the
That's later. When they leave, God gets Mother pregnant. He this creative block that he has like just ends, and he writes like a goddamn good poem. And then like the poem, we think that's probably free will, and he like everyone just love it just love the freaking poem and
And
a
start
bunch of
showing
other
up
people
to her
just-
house.
Yeah.
And starting the shit. The people starting breaking out the
Yeah,
house.
there's like police officers and people like shooting each other and like
Fighting.
fighting. And she's pregnant and like she's almost having a baby. And then there's like this.
And
whole-
then like everyone is killing each other, and
Yeah.
there is the baby that is just born in the
Yeah,
paradise
in
that
the
he blocks.
paradise room. And then she said she doesn't let God have the baby because she knew, yeah. And then they fight.
Because she
And-
doesn't want to give the baby for God.
Because God is going to give the people.
and
Yeah.
he
She
does.
know-
And he does.
And then like they are raising the baby, like, oh my god, it's the baby.
And they
And
the
they
baby of God.
kill the baby.
And then they eat the
neck
baby.
breaks.
Yeah,
And
they eat the
They
baby.
literally eat the baby.
Yeah, it's the body and blood that's
Of Jesus.
bread and wine of Jesus.
Yeah.
It's very creepy.
Creepy, yeah.
But it must
and
be
then
delicious.
she like breaks, and
It must
then
be
the
really
house
tasty.
breaks, and
No, shut up.
and then she breaks, and the house breaks. She starts killing people, saying you're murderers, because they killed her baby. And everybody's just like, I'm sorry. And gosh is like, we should forgive them. And then she starts getting angry, and then goes to the
basement.
and puts fire
Into the
house,
house
so
and
she just
kill
gets-
everyone.
and then just her and God survived, and then he puts her on a table. She says that you can have my heart, and then everything starts again in the loopy from the diamond.
crystal.
Yeah, the crystal is her heart. But
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
And
What a
at
movie.
the end of the movie, a
It's the
woman
beginning.
wake up in her.
Her bed in the same way that she did in the first scene of the movie.
So
Go, you should watch it. Bye bye.
Bye.